Hey guys, today I'm taking a look at The Pit and the Pendulum. This is a point-and-click adventure game based on the tale by Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm just going to read the description real quick. It says, a story about a man who survived suffering and being tortured by the Inquisition in the Spanish prison. The main character was convicted for some crime and underwent torture. The court sentenced him to the death penalty. Let's go ahead and start a new game. I unfortunately can't read that. Looks like it's in a different language, although I'm really not sure. Alright. Spain, Toledo Courthouse. I was sick. Sick unto death with that long agony. And when they at length unbound me, and I was permitted to sit, I felt that my senses were leaving me. The sentence, the dread sentence of death, was the last of distinct accentuation which reached my ears. I saw the lips of the black-robed judges. They appeared to me whiter than the sheet upon which I traced these words, and then, even to grotesqueness, thin with the intensity of their expression, a firmness of immovable resolution to stern contempt of human torture. And then my vision fell upon the 7 tall candles upon the table. At first they wore the aspect of charity and seemed white and slender angels who would save me. But then, all at once, there was a most deadly nausea over my spirit, and I felt every fiber in my frame thrill as I had touched the wire of a galvanic battery, while the angel forms became meaningless specters with heads of flame, and I saw that from them they would be no help. I felt that I lay upon my back unbound. I longed, yet dared not to employ my vision. I dreaded the first glance at objects around me. At length, with a wild desperation at heart, I quickly unclosed my eyes. My worst thoughts then were confirmed. The blackness of eternal night encompassed me. I struggled for breath. The intensity of the darkness seemed to oppress and to stifle me. The atmosphere was intolerably close. I still lay quiet and made no effort to exercise my reason. I brought to mind the inquisitional proceedings and attempted from that point to deduce my real condition. The sentence had passed, and it appeared to me that a very long interval of time had since elapsed. Yet not for a moment did I suppose myself actually dead. Such a supposition, notwithstanding what we read in fiction, is altogether inconsistent with the real existence. But where and in what state was I? Alright, so I'm just going to start skipping through some of the dialogue just to get to the game part. The agony of suspense grew at length intolerable, and I cautiously moved forward. It's kind of difficult to read. It's kind of a different way of speaking than we speak today. I proceeded for many paces, but still all was blackness and vacancy. I breathed more freely. It seemed evident that mine was not at least the most hideous of fates. So this guy apparently got the death penalty by the Spanish Inquisition, and now I'm supposed to just like walk around and wait for him to talk. I'm just gonna do that. The text kind of disappears too quickly if you click too much. Was I left here to perish of starvation in this subterranean world of darkness? So, I guess you're just supposed to walk back and forth until he talks. Maybe I'm supposed to click here. There's nothing for me to really click on. I need to follow something. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to walk in circles until he keeps going on with the dialogue. Maybe I'm supposed to go in a circle in the middle. He doesn't like it. I followed it up, stepping with all the careful distrust with which certain antique narratives had inspired me. Okay, I don't understand what you're talking about. I therefore sought the knife which had been in my pocket when let into the inquisitional chamber, but it was gone. My clothes had been exchanged for a wrapper of coarse serge. I had thought about forcing the blade in some minute crevice of the masonry so as to identify the point of departure. Alright, there we go. Finally something happens. I tore part of the hem from the robe and placed the fragment at full length at the ankles. Okay. So I tore off some robes. Groping my way to prison, I could not fail to encounter this rag upon completing the circuit, so at least I thought. But I had not encountered upon the extent of the dungeon or upon my own weakness. It looked like he just passed out. Upon waking and stretching forth an arm, I found beside me a loaf and a pitcher of water. Okay, I guess we'll give him the pitcher of water and the loaf of bread. I resumed my tour around the prison. So now he's just walking by himself in circles in this little bitty room. With much toil, I came across the last fragment of the surge, and there, blah blah blah. And he just fell down again. My forehead seemed bathed in a clammy vapor, and particularly the smell of decayed fungus around my nostrils. I put forward my arm and shuddered to find that I had fallen at the very brink of a circular pit, whose extent, of course, I had no means of asserting at the moment. Okay. Oh, there we go. So there's like a pit in the room. I just found a rock. Okay, I think I'm supposed to do something with this rock, but it's not. Oh, there we go. Okay, at the same moment, there came a sound resembling the quick opening and as rapid closing of a door overhead, while a faint gleam of light flashed suddenly through the gloom and as suddenly faded away. I saw clearly the doom which had been prepared for me and congratulated myself upon the timely accident by which I had escaped. To the victims of the Inquisition, blah blah blah. Okay. Other condition of mine, I might have had the courage to end my misery at once by a plunge into one of these abysses, but now I was the veriest of cowards. Neither could I forget that I had read of these pits, that the sudden extinction of life formed no part of their most horrible plan. Agitation and spirit kept me awake for many long hours, but at length I again slumbered. Okay, so I got some more water and some more bread. Oh, what's going on here? Go on, there's not much more to go. I haven't eaten in the last 2 days. Is this food for his grace? Yes, I'm taking these fresh fruit to his grace. We shall take a couple of vegetables from this basket for our prisoner. But they're for his holiness, I promise he won't find out. No one is going to go to court. Fine. Hey Aaron, let's play a game with our friend. What game? Divide the vegetables into pairs and mix them up. Then our friend will close his eyes and try to match them in some period of time. How much time? I will count 30. If he doesn't make it, then he won't get anything. He won't make it? Let's bet it. Let's bet on it. I bet 1 coin. It's a deal. Well then, my friend, are you up for it? I'll try. Oh, okay, so we're playing a matching game now. Carrot, carrot. Cucumber, cucumber. Pumpkin. Oops, that's apple. Apple here, and pumpkin, pumpkin. So just a little matching game. I remember playing a game like that when I was a kid. Alright, so I got a tomato, so now I can eat the tomato. Last, of course, I did not know, but when once again I unclosed my eyes, the objects around me were more visible. By wild sulphurous lustre, the origin of which I could not at first determine, I was enabled to see the extent and aspect of the prison. Its size had been greatly mistaken. The whole circuit of the walls did not exceed 25 yards. Well, I'm just going to skip through all the dialogue. But anyways, there's this pendulum now going back and forth. It looks like it's going to saw me in half. There's a bunch of rats everywhere. Is it really going to saw me in half? I guess I can eat this bread. Oh, there's the rats. They're all circling around me. I guess they're all waiting for the pendulum to come down and... Oh wait, it's dropping down. It's going to kill me. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the rats are going to eat me. Oh, he's dead. Looks like they're not trying to poison me. I need some sort of protection. Oh, well, I guess he escaped somehow? Kind of like flew off. Oh, I guess he flew off whenever the pendulum like broke his bounds. He needs some sort of protection. What kind of protection am I supposed to give? Rats? Oh, I picked up something. I've observed that although the outlines of the figures upon the walls were sufficiently distinct, yet the colors seemed blurred and indefinite. Bunch of skeleton creatures. The room kind of changed too. It was weird. Not sure what I'm supposed to do. I got these robes. What am I supposed to do with these robes? I clicked on the bowl. I'm supposed to click on the rats? I'm like clicking everywhere. You can probably hear me clicking. Oh wait, maybe I'm supposed to catch the rats with this jug? No. They're just going back and forth. Maybe I'm supposed to like chase them? Get back here, rats. Get back here. Oh. What the heck? Even when I breathed, there came to my nostrils the breath of vapor and heated iron. Suffocating odor pervaded the prison. Oh wait, am I getting suffocated now? By some sort of poison gas? Seems like the pictures on the wall got even brighter. Okay, I think I'm just supposed to click around until something happens. I wonder if there's a faster way to do this. Maybe if I just like slowly click and move. Alright, so honestly I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. And there's no guides for this game, so I think I'm just going to end it here. I'm not very good at point and click adventures, but I guess this was an interesting game. I think it goes off the tail of Edgar Allan Poe's like The Pit and Pendulum, and that's probably what I was reading this entire time, and that's why the language is a bit like old, like 1800 style. Or even before that. I don't know when Edgar Allan Poe was a writer. Didn't pay too much attention to him in English. Just read like a few short stories about him and that was about it. Okay, so now we're in a different place again. I don't know why. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, be sure to check this game out on Steam. I'll leave a link in the description below, and hope you guys have a nice day.